Okay, I've got the timesheet that I just did in Reader open in Acrobat now. Acrobat lets you do more things than Reader. Obviously, it's the authoring program. It's the full suite of things. Now, with respect to this billing record, which of course for me is sort of my answer to papering the whole office with sticky notes or just jotting down time in various places. Like you saw before, it's very easy to do. Just simply add sticky note, and there you go, and you're off and running. Now, I'm going to open back up the comments pane here. Click on those bubbles. Now, what you can do in Acrobat is this button appears. It's print comments. If you want to print them to a printer, print them here. If you want to create a PDF, do it here. The Save as PDF function in the dialog box for Apple doesn't work in this circumstance. One of the few times that I've recognized that it doesn't. But it doesn't matter because it gives you an option to create a PDF. So you can change a bunch of stuff in here. Now, this is what you can print with documents. Now, if you're reviewing something like a case or a memo and you put all kinds of call-outs and everything else all over it, you're going to want to print the document as well. But here, all we care about is the comments. This is kind of foreshadowing the next step, which I will look at Acrobat in more depth. But here we go. I'm going to create the PDF, and there we have it. That's a summary of the comments. Now, this is what it looks like. Let me get this a little bigger so you can see it. Now, that's pretty good. The first thing up there would be my name, the attorney name, and then the next one is the matter, and this one is that note I put on there. Bill this next month. Particular note. Now, if you want to make this, more like this, you could just write this note with the typewriter. You could not use a sticky note. Maybe you just want to reserve sticky notes for time only. That's one way of doing it. And then here's all the stuff. And here's the stamp I put on there. That's me. Here again, this is another reminder of how important it is when you first use a application to tell it who you are, because Acrobat, like Word and the Mac, they put the stuff to good use, and it makes your life a lot easier. So it's much easier. And this is the subject of the dynamic stamp I put on. I could have put on a whole range of things. And of course, all this stuff gets dated and timed all by itself, which is nice. Now, I thought of something. This thing turns out to be more useful than I actually thought it was going to be when I first made it. Now here's the thing. Now often we partners review hours and review things like that, and check and make sure they're going to bill them all or cut them or whatever the case may be. Now what you can do here is, one of the things that you can do in commenting is you can set the status of a comment. So say if the partner is looking through this and he expands them all to see all the information here, when it was done and so forth. And he goes to this one, he says, you know what, I'm going to 45 minutes on Jones, that's cool. We're going to accept that review, we're going to accept it. So now his name or her name shows up right there that it was accepted. Now maybe for the next one, it's a phone call. Well, you know what, that's not really cool because we decided not to bill for phone calls this week because we're generous. So we've rejected that one. And then you could put in a reply and say, look, what did you talk about? That sort of thing. You can do that as well. You can press these things pretty far. And you can kind of keep it going a lot, and then what you can do after that is pre-print them, and you'll see that create a PDF summary of the comments only, create comment summary, and then we're gonna go here, and I'll bounce this back up a little bit for you, and now you see we have this whole, the phone call, you rejected it, what did you talk about? Creates a little sub-conversation for you. It keeps everything good and handy, and creates a great record. And you know, while it's not a billing system in and of itself, if it's a great supplement for getting information to the billing system, or if you don't have a dedicated billing system, or you just, you know, you just print you do your bills on, you know, with Word or something like that, or on a spreadsheet, you can just take these things right here and then copy them and paste them elsewhere. So that is the functionality that Acrobat brings to this thing. Now, in the next couple movies, I'm going to show you the billing portfolio, and in a billing portfolio, Acrobat makes a huge difference, and that's really where the action is, to get a lot of this stuff very organized. But you know what? I'm kind of impressed with how well this thing turned out, because this works pretty well. So stay tuned for the next stage.